So I'm gonna go grab my drill. I'll be right back. Whoops. All right. All right. So where we want to tack this down at is going to be in a place where we're not drilling to put a permanent fixation in there. So so like this hole right here would be a good candidate. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3. It's going to be the fourth hole down. So one, 2, 3. So that's going to be this one right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's already kind of got a hole. I'm just kind of open that up just a little bit. So let's see if I can get this in there. I'm gonna look at these squares down here, make sure that it's square. I'm figuring out what to do for my flashlight. And that square looks like it's resting on the ground, on the floor of the frame here, and on the rail. I don't see any gaps, so I think that we're okay. The rest of these marks look like I made pencil marks for the rails that were in there, and I think that it's lined up okay, I think. So we can do the 1, 2, 3, fourth one down. 1, 2, 3. We can do the fourth one from the bottom. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So all right, let's see. Let's take another one of these screws here. All right. That seems tack down. All right. We're going to do that on the other side. This is Let's see. So this is going to be right above that. Let's see what's going on here. This is. All right. Looks like it's there. So let's see. So this is going to be that one right there. All right. And this and that other screw. Okay, so what's going on here is there's a hole right adjacent to where I'm trying to drill a hole to put the tack down, and I kind of fell into that hole when I drilled the hole, so I'm going to drill one just to the side of it just to get it in there. So just a moment. That's not right. All right, so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to open up that hole just enough to get a place where the threads can attach to the wood and not lift the this rail up when the screw goes in. Looks like it's square. So I just need to do one at the top, which is going to be the second one above here, so it's going to be right there. I can see that there's another hole that's already been put through the wood. We have another screw and put it in here. So All right. So the so we got some tacks, got some screws in there, and let's see. So next, what I need to do, I guess, is replace the rear rails. And grab a screwdriver. Start taking those screws out. I've already kind of marked these with a pencil so I can put them back where they go. Well, that one's not going to be easy to reach. There's that. Okay. Let's see. So, one of the other kind of odd things is that this side, the distance between this surface of the rail and here is shorter than on the other side. So, it's kind of interesting. So, you know, I had planned on switching it around and put this, using this as the rear and the other side as the front, but I think that may even work out a little bit better. So, anyway, let's see. Okay, let's see. So I guess what I need to do is I'm going to these off. So I'm just putting these back in here. I'll kind of stabilize where the racks are. Let's see, this is it's on the 7th hole. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. So right there. Let's see. So this is going to be the server case that my computer is going to go in. It's right here, and then this is for the battery backup. Probably either next week or the week after, I'll have a second one in here. But when once I get the rails kind of bolted in, I'll go through the process of populating all the equipment that I have. Up in this region, I have some audio equipment and networking hardware that goes in there. And then up here I have a shelf that has like peripherals that aren't rack mountable that go up there. Drop that screw somewhere. Let's see. Yeah, it's a pretty cool setup. Once it's complete, I don't even have my computer components here yet. I'm kind of working on the road, which is kind of the purpose for having the rack, so I can just kind of, when I go move from place to place, I just have to roll it into a trailer. I don't have to have I can have all my gear, but I don't have to pack it into separate boxes, that sort of thing. One more. All right, so let's see. In fact, the first trend was probably on the VODs for the channel are it's probably there where I've kind of unboxed all that stuff and put it into the rack the first time. And then there's probably some like behind the scenes images and stuff like that on the Discord server. So there should be a link somewhere near the channel or beneath the video, something like that, if you wanted to check those out too. So, but thanks for the follow, and thanks for the question. Let's see. I'll come back over and read that comment here in just a second. I want to do this one first, maybe. I'll go to pencil. Yeah, cool. That's all marked up. Let's see, is this one marked up? I don't know. Yeah, it looks like it's all marked up. Alright, so I need another rail. Not that one, because that one's got my legend for where I'm going to attach stuff at. Get this one in here. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Should be the right level. Hopefully I'm not putting the screws in the wrong place. All right. I think now that I have these kind of tacked down, I'm gonna go ahead and move these to the other side, the same location, so I can just kind of keep it from falling down. Cage nuts. I need at least 2 of these. That's okay. So. All right. Let's see. So, I'm going to drill again. Got some screws over here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. Where am I? It's here. I think this thing's come out. Yeah. Yeah, it's too far behind this thing. I have to take the screws out. All right, I see your comment over there. I'll be over to check it out in just a second. Let's see. This is it's an old, the old rails, new rails. Well, for right now, it's just going to be my gaming computer. Once I get the parts for it. So, so right now, the only thing that I put in there is the fans. And one of the things that I'll probably do when I'm kind of putting the stuff back together is there's some holes that I need to plug with some gaffer tape, which I have, I think, right over there. So help keep the fans from just pushing the air out the holes that are in the server case. But the server case, I mean, it's really just, I mean, it's just a rack mountable computer case essentially. So I mean, you can put a server in there if you wanted to, or you could put, you know, your desktop components in there. So that's what I'm planning to do. I may add a server later to run as a NAS, but that'll be another time. So right now I'm just trying to get network, battery backup stuff, and the computer running, and that's gonna the first kind of major waypoint for all this stuff. So. Yeah, so that's kind of where we're at, and the problem I ran into is, and I don't know if you were here at the beginning, but when I bought this this case used, and right here you can see that last square isn't. Let's see if I put it up against the other way. Yeah, you see that there's against the white background there. That there we go. You can kind of see it really good there. So it's that when whoever did these rails cut it off too short, and it caused problems with these racked units because the levels weren't right, and it was kind of like imagine having like a chair that has 2 short legs and 2 long legs, and you know, so everything was kind of wanting to kind of rock back and forth, but they're screwed into the rail, so you're kind of like bending the things to make it kind of jam it in there the wrong way, and it actually scratched the top of the battery backup I have, because the server case kind of rolls in and out, so you can get the lid off to do the, you know, work on the components on the inside, and you know, it was just at the wrong angle, so it wasn't spaced properly, and then it scratched the. Which, I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's more a utilitarian thing, but you know, nicer to not have scratches in your stuff. You don't have to. So, anyway, so then I was like, okay, well, those holes not being the correct position are actually causing problems. So I bought rails, and you know, so this is when I'm replacing them. So it's a process. So, all right. So let's see. So we need this rail. I'm gonna go switch out that rail there, tag it down, and then I think the next thing is going to be trying to think about exactly where we want the internal rails to be, because we're gonna have these external rails here that have the full length gear on them, and then there's going to be some non-full length gear that can be mounted from either side. I need to make sure that I space the racks on the inside, where I can actually you know, have some 4-post connected items, but that don't go the entire length of the case. So anyway. All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 16, 17, 18. All right, let's see how that's lining up. I think that's lining up okay. All right. so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 down. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And we've got it's good there. We've got 1, 2, 3. I think it's the fourth one up. And make sure that's so we get first, second, third, and then the fourth hole up. One, two, three, four. All right. All right. One, two, three, four. Let's see how that's. Yeah, those marks look like they're holding up good, so it's maybe just a touch off, but. Alright, so. Okay. All right. I guess I'll put that one back in just a moment. Let's see. So, okay. So I guess the next thing is that we need to do is kind of gauge where we want, or where I'm going to need the internal. The internal rack rails. So I know that I'm going to need one at 24 inches from that surface this way. And this is probably the point where I'm going to need to actually reverse probably take these out and set them aside, and take these out and reverse them to the other side so that I can make sure that these things go in like vertically and stuff. So, all right, let's see. Pencil I think is on the other side of the rack. Let's see. All right. So you can kind of see what I'm looking at here. This is just kind of like the model of what I'm planning to